Hello there, kia ora. This government of greedy men are currently fast tracking mining legislation which will cause devastation to our natural environments. Christopher Luxon's government is misusing the under urgency rules of Parliament to pass legislation without its proper due diligence. And one of those things it's passing legislation on is mining our seabed. One of the companies who jumped in on this call is Trans Tasman Resources Limited, now registered as Manuka Resources. This company have been trying to pillage the ocean floor off the coast of Taranaki since 2012. In their relentless pursuit of natural resources, they've made many applications over the past decade. The first attempt to get the necessary consents was rejected by the Environmental Protection Authority in 2013, but a follow up application 3 years later was successful. However, court action involving Ngāti Ruanui, Kiwis Against Seabed Mining, and other interested parties who opposed the consent successfully overturned this application decision. Trans Tasman Resources, now called Manuka Resources, went to the Court of Appeal. When that didn't work, they then went to the High Court. And when they still said no, well, in 2021, they took their case to the Supreme Court, who upheld the decisions of the appeals and high courts. Manuka Resources have spent $85 million in the pursuit of this resource consent. Now enters the new government, a band of ex-tobacco lobbyists, family money derived from mining and oil industries, and property moguls. They have buddied up with Manuka Resources and changed legislation by misusing that under-urgency system. This was a system that was created to make decisions quickly, particularly in the time of crises like cyclones or earthquakes. And on the Manuka Resources website, they're proudly displaying our new government's fast-track legislation to all of their shareholders, including this letter from Chris Bishop, thanking them for their role in rewriting legislation and letting them know how quickly they will proceed with the consents. Not only is this a really awful situation for our natural environments, particularly the seabed mining areas that they're looking at, but this reeks of quid pro quo that we saw President Trump get in trouble for a few years ago. The idea of a backroom handshake to get what they want from a bunch of lobbyists within our government is not something that we want to see from our democracy. It's the kind of thing that makes people distrust the process and distrust our politicians. And the fact our media is not covering this in any great detail, that makes it much harder for people to see and understand exactly what's going on. Look, on March the 13th to 15th in Hawera, this government and Manuka Resources are actually meeting with environmental scientists around the effects on our environment. Perhaps it's not a bad idea if we all take a little trip to Hawera around that time.